Hello Aries and welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarots. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot reader is naked, by which I mean I try to strip out as much astrology as I can. Normally I'd be using a playing deck to bring in the star sign or type of star sign of the person we are doing the read about, but this week I'm doing the read a little bit differently. I've decided we would check into the all signs, twin flame, soul connection circle. Okay, see what energies are going on in there. I know there's lots of tarot readers out there who do that on YouTube already. I try to steer clear of that for that simple fact, but I feel that every now and then I should just drop in just for my viewers so they can see what's going on from my perspective. Okay, bearing in mind my perspective is normally a general view, not a tailored view, so to speak. Okay, so you did have the King of Wands in Sunday's All Signs overview. To go with this King of Wands, we've now got the Page of Wands as well. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you because I'm reading for more than one person and dealing with more than one incoming energy. Okay, the King of Wands is basically someone who's likes to be the center of attention, a little bit sort of like needy, to want of another word. They tend to be self-passionate, but I feel that there's a little bit of a shift in the energy. Okay, I think I might have said this on the Sunday All Signs overview I done, that they are being passionate about you. They're being pushed towards you by the passion they feel for you. Okay. We've also got the Justice to go with that Page of Wands and that King of Wands. The Page of Wands is, well, it's like a King of Wands in training, basically. It's someone who looks at life from a child's life perspective, very basic, very black and white. Quite often asks the question, why? Why should it be like that? Why does it be like that? Why isn't it like this? It makes more sense like this. They do take hold of every opportunity what comes their way, though. And this is why they're kind of like the King of Wands in training. The King of Wands has a little phone book, a little book with all his phone numbers in, which is like as big as the yellow pages. Okay, probably got every number of every person they're interested in their town or city they live in. And when they're a Page of Wands, well, they're taking every opportunity what comes their way. So that's the start of their phone book. Okay, so we'll get an overall energy out first, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, as I said, things are changing, things are turning around. The King of Wands, who is normally feeling his own passion and living life to satisfy his own passion, is starting to come towards you because that is what he feels passionate about more than himself. Okay, Aries, lucky Aries. You're getting some vain bastard come towards you. All right, just here will be the energies of the connection. Just here will be how your twin flame, deep soul, runner, divine masculine, or if you're divine masculine watching feminine, divine feminine, possibly not runner, chaser, whatever, your other person, your other half, the person you are watching some love read about because they're not cuddling up to you on the sofa, that's how they feel about the connection. Okay, just there is how they feel about you. Just here will be what the energies of the universe is going to reveal about the connection. It's kind of like the what you don't see coming bit. Okay, and just there is what the universe is hoping as an overall outcome. I say hoping for an overall outcome because, as you well know, your other half is not with you. Yeah, so they tend to get in the way of the universe's plans with their own free will. Okay, so the connection itself is the King of Swords. It's kind of like the total opposite of the King of Wands. It's an energy that represents the truth. It's knowing the truth. It's realizing the truth. It's seeing the truth. I feel the connection is your other half, your runner, has woken up to what's true. They've woken up to how they feel about you, Aries. Okay? And the King of Wands is also a kind of card of taking action. For better or for worse. No, not the King of Wands, the King of Swords. Okay. How do they feel about this connection? it's caused them a God Almighty tower. This is like shaken their foundations down to the core. It's almost like they've just woken up one day and gone, I love Aries. And realised all of a sudden, well, I had Aries, but I let Aries slip through my fingers. Or Aries had me and I then run a mile. However it panned out for you in your particular situation. This is why it's a general read, okay? I can't give you every different little energy I'm feeling for every different individual one of you. Simply put, I don't have enough memory on my camera for that, okay? But basically, it's shaken their world, it's shaken their belief, it's shaken their way of thinking, okay, with that tower there. And it's also probably the universe slapping them around the face for actually taking so long to actually act upon this, because they are starting to act upon this now because of the King of Swords there. The Nine of Swords in their soul of how they think about you, they are obsessively thinking about you. They're thinking about you all the time. They're thinking about the opportunities they've squandered with you. They are thinking about what the possibilities of being with you are actually like. For some of you, as I said in my all signs overview, you may not have actually ever met this person. You may have bumped into them once and that was enough. Your souls connected at that point. And then all of a sudden, your runner's soul, the person who's not with you, has suddenly woken up and realised that there is a soul connection. Okay? And they're overthinking this now. They're overthinking this to the point of interfering with their life, I feel. As I said, it's obsessively overthinking. The universe is saying that there is going to be a great victory to be had. Yeah, it's a victory against all the odds with the Chariot. It's the Emperor who drives a chariot, and the Divine Masculine is the Emperor in the tarot deck. So it is sort of suggesting that the Divine Masculine is going to be getting some sort of victory. Okay, it could be just a victory over the way he thinks and the connection between his mind and his soul, which is normally done through the heart. Okay, yeah, the heart is like the link between your logical thinking and you're going with your gut feeling. Okay, quite often some people say go with what you feel in your heart is right. Yeah, because your heart is the one what translates for the other, the soul or the mind. Okay, but it is also a card of forward movement, a determined forward movement, and it's also a card of communication to a certain point. Okay, the outcome is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles in most decks is normally seen as someone hanging on to something. Okay, the connection is, or the outcome is, like, I feel it's hanging in the balance. Okay, there is a lot of opportunity of your runner backing out of this. That tower could be just a little bit too great for them to handle. Some of them actually fear coming towards you because of the way they left things in the past, etc, etc. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some clarifiers on this King of Swords then. So, there we go. There's one. So this is the Nine of Swords again. Okay, so, and the Nine of Wands. Basically, this connection is, they're overthinking the truth. Okay, they've woken up to the realization that they have fallen in love with Aries. Aries is the person they want to spend the rest of their life with. Aries was the person they should never have let go away, etc, etc. Okay, and they're overthinking this subject, and they're thinking, why did I let them get away? Why do I feel this way about them? I have no idea why I feel like this about them. They're not even really my type. Things like that, which I may have actually said in, oh no, it was the Capricorn's reading last week. I said about that. With the Nine of Wands there as well, they're getting very defensive about it. Okay, for some of them, they're getting defensive about, why am I feeling this way? Okay, and like being defensive against the feelings, but some of them are being defensive with the feelings. So if anyone tried to talk them out of it, like, well, why would you like Aries? And they're sort of saying, well, I like Aries because of this. I like Aries, and they're being defensive in your favor. But there are some of them who have been defensive, sort of in their own favor, which may or may not sort of contradict being defensive to you or not. Okay, crossing this is the Four of Pentacles again. It's a repeating message. Yeah. A lot of your runners in this particular connection are fearing, I did say down there, some of them actually fear you, Aries, for the way they've treated you in the past. And possibly how you may treat them in return. And here it is coming again in this connection. They feel they want to take action, but they're scared of taking action, because if they take action, everything becomes real. Yeah, the way they feel about you becomes real. The dreams they've had suddenly become real. Okay, or they might not. They might crash and burn in that tower. Okay, so that's where all the fear's coming on to. But even though they're fearing the connection, and they're fearing the truth they've woken up to, and they're fearing the approach to you, they are all hanging on to this connection. They all can't stop thinking about you. They all want to be with you, Aries. Okay, I'm not saying the whole world wants to be with you, just the runners who are connected into a twin flame with Aries. Okay, Aries, divine feminines, runner masculines, doesn't matter what star sign they are. Okay, they're all feeling a little bit scared of you, but at the same time wanting to be with you. How can I try to phrase that into a good way? Swimming with sharks. Okay, they've always wanted to go swimming with sharks. It's one of their life's ambitions, but they're scared to hell them back because, well, the shark can eat them. Yeah, that's kind of what they're worried about. They're worried about coming off the worst out of the encounter. So there's the next card coming out for the clarifiers for the towers. Okay, the Sun and the Ten of Wands. Okay, well, this whole connection, yeah, it's this realization, this epiphany they've had. They've woken up to the fact that they love you, Aries, and all that. It's making them feel very happy, even though it's like shaking their foundations and changing their life literally around them. It's making them feel very happy, and it's making them feel very joyful. It makes them feel warm on the inside, knowing that they may possibly be with you, Aries. Okay. But at the same time, it's creating them a load of burden. Literally, looking at the Sun and the Ten of Wands there, I see a tower. If I didn't have a tower in that particular position, I'd be seeing a tower between that. There's something which is creating an amazing amount of happiness, but at the same time, an amazing amount of burden. And it's kind of like a tower situation, okay? I think I vaguely... Oh, no, that was on that Nine of Swords. Well, crossing this is the Devil, okay? I feel it's a toxic energy within their life. I feel it's the main toxic energy which was holding them back in the first place. For those of them who had woken up earlier on and just hadn't acted upon it because they were attached somehow to something. This could be work. This could be a spouse. It could be an old needy relative. Or it could actually just be literally anything, a family tie, yeah, a family dynamic, a car which needs a lot of work doing to it. So they're underneath the car every weekend, not having time to actually pursue a social life. Okay, this devil is crossing that tower mainly, which is saying that the whole toxic side of their life, this thing what is holding them back, is the thing what is going through the tower, the whatever was connecting them. And to be quite honest, they were probably used to it. Okay, that energy, they were used to that energy being there, and it was just part of their life. And the tower, this connection has caused that tower by making them realize that, well, it's not right. It's not the sunshine. It's not the happiness I really want. It's just what I've got used to having. Okay, so it's a bit like, what's a good example of this one? It's a bit like if you smoke, yeah, you stink of cigarettes, yeah, okay, but after a while you don't realize you do. So you're walking around smelling like an ashtray, yeah, and you're just used to it. And then one day you have this amazingly good sneeze, loads of snot comes out and all that, and you can smell yourself, and you smell like an ashtray, and you think, oh my god, how could anyone else like this smell? Yeah, that's what this tower is all about. You've suddenly woken up to that toxic smell around you, and you're going to do something about it. You're going to clean it up. You're going to sort it out. Okay, the Knight of Wands and that Four of Pentacles again. This Four of Pentacles is bookending that Nine of Swords. The Knight of Wands is very much like the King of Wands, but this is a card of communication. They're overthinking about the fact that they want to communicate with you, but they are feeling very, as I said, they're being driven in by their own passion. For you, the Knight of Wands is all about that. It's a great card to literally represent everything I said about the King of Wands in the All Signs overview. It's basically like a player. They are acting on their own need. They're acting on their own passion. They want to go out, they see someone, they want someone, they have someone, they move on to the next someone. That's kind of like the energy of that King of Wands, but this time the someone is you and there is no one after. Okay, they are being driven speedily towards you by their own passion. Some of it is just to satisfy their own curiosity. I think I may have said that on Sunday as well. But a lot of it is because they've just woken up to the fact that what they had is not fulfilling their passion anymore. And they're charging into something they feel will. But with that Four of Pentacles there, again, is a lot of fear. This is what's the overthinking. Yeah. The main two keys of the overthinking, if you will. Yes, I feel passionate about Aries. Yes, I want to go and be with Aries. But then, I fear Aries might reject me. And I can't be dealing with rejection. All the wand court cards are all very, very superficial when it comes to things like that. I can't be seen in public being rejected by anyone. I am the life and soul of the party. I want everything to be about me. Okay? So they fear that possibly you're going to reject them. They fear that you might treat them the same way they treated you. They also fear that you might be a little bit like a Knight of Wands yourself. You might let them in, get what you want, and then kick them out. Yeah, and they don't particularly like the idea of that happening to them either, because they know what it's like. And as if by magic, the King of Wands was the card underneath. And well, while we're talking about all the court cards of the wands, there's the Page of Wands again. Okay, and so it is literally all that masculine wand energy all coming out there. The only card that weren't underneath that was the Queen of Wands, which is obviously the feminine energies of the wands. But again, it literally, that King of Wands is all about self-passion. It's saying that this King of Wands, this person who's coming in towards you, is overthinking mainly that you might treat them like they treated you. Okay, and they fear that. They're scared of that. They don't want that to happen to them. They've kind of woken up to how it might have hurt you and how it might have affected you, which is why it's causing a little bit of a tower. Okay, so let's see what this Chariot is about. Okay. Yeah, it's the Devil again. And the Moon. Okay, so they are basically determined to get a victory over this toxic energy. Okay, but they have no idea how or when or because. Okay, this is why they're defensive with that Nine of Wands. It's what's making them overthink as well. Okay, yes, they're overthinking you. Generally, they're overthinking that you might do to them what they done to you, but they're also overthinking How do I get rid of my toxic energy? How do I make myself better? How do I make myself more appealing to Aries and the like? Okay, but this is coming to an end, this type of thinking. The fact that the sun's already out sort of kind of indicates that, yeah, the truth is going to come out there. The way to go forward will be revealed to them, which is currently shrouded in darkness to them at the moment with the moon. It's a timing type thing going on there with the moon here and the sun there. And although they're not clarifiers in the read, so to speak, this comes after this. Because first card, first card, first card, second card, second card, second card, third card, third card, third card, no third card. Yeah. Okay. And so that is in the future. So the sun is a kind of representation of what will become for your person. They will be shown the way. They'll be shown the light. They'll be shown the light. Okay. And that was all like saying that Ten of Swords. The overthinking will be coming over. The Ten of Swords is normally a card of being trapped up in one's own head. Okay. It can also be a card of betrayal. I weren't feeling any of that though on there. I was all feeling trapped up in one's own head. And it represents coming out of that as well. Because it's the end of the tarot. It's going on to some sort of new beginning. Okay, so we've got 2 6s here on top of this 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. They're hanging on to, I said, I don't feel the fear attached to these 2 cards. There is fear attached to the overall outcome the universe is saying. They fear what might happen. They fear all the bad what might happen. But they're going into this tower has caused them to realize that perhaps they weren't putting in as much as you were into this, either physically or emotionally, and they realize that they should put some more into it and bring balance to the relationship and take it all to a calmer place. Okay. And it's the King of Wands again who is wanting to do all this. Okay. And it's that masculine passionate energy again, the self-passionate energy. But as I said, and I'm feeling again here, they're wanting to direct that self-passion towards you, Aries. Crossing that particular king is the Strength card. Again, there's an attachment of fear to it. They're getting in the strength to come towards you, but they fear that you may reject them. Okay, so let's get that card up out of the way as well. What they're getting the strength for, I just initially noticed it, there you go, them 2, is the Ace of Cups. So there we go, but they have to make some sort of difficult decision first. Okay, so that's that. Let's just ask the universe a little question for you, Aries. Okay, what question can we ask the universe? Okay, universe, can you tell Aries some advice to help this along from their perspective? Okay, what should Aries do? Yeah, that's a better way of phrasing it, isn't it? What should Aries do? Okay. Right, we take these off the bottom because we're asking the universe a question. Okay, Judgment, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Devil. Okay. So the Ace of Pentacles is a slow, long, gentle, gradual build-up of energy. It takes a long time. It can be seen as a card of commitment, like committing to something, which then you're investing a lot of energy or finances into to get it going. Okay. I asked the universe, what can Aries do to help this situation? It's basically saying, wait, okay? Let the energies build up by themselves. Something will come back from the past. Yeah, something is coming back from the past, I should say, with the judgment, to affect the future, your future. But it's building up energy to come back from the past. It's that strength card, if you will. It's building up the courage and trying to push down the fear. So it's trying to come in. But there is something toxic blocking it as well. That's the other thing you have to wait for. You are going to feel bound to this, waiting for it. Okay? You might feel like you might want to put your life on hold. And I feel that the universe is saying, don't put your life on hold. Okay, you've got an angel on one side of it, you've got the devil on the other side of it, which I would like to point out is an angel. It's just a fallen angel. But anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, so it's a case of, I just feel balance. Okay, be balanced within your own life. It's going to take some time for this all to get going for you and to actually come to fruition. It is pretty much, for the bulk of you, actually going to come. Yeah, you will get some sort of communication from your twin flame, especially with that wheel of fortune pushing it forward. But for a lot of you, it's going to take a long time before they can actually conquer their own fears to open up to you. Okay, so it's just basically sort of saying, have a balanced life. Yeah, good and evil, light and dark. Okay, crossing it is the Six of Pentacles. You can't make this shit up, can you? Have a balanced life. Okay, while you're waiting for the energies to build up, just be balanced. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you feel good. If you feel good by sitting there and not going out and not dating or not seeing anyone else and maybe possibly just not having a little bit of fun with some randoms, then do that. If you feel like you want to be going out and letting your hair down and exploring the world before you settle down with your twin flame, before they come in, do that. It's kind of saying, do what you want to do, but keep it balanced, keep it moderated. Yeah, don't go off the rails with it. Yeah, don't be going out every weekend with various different people and waking up in the morning regretting each and every one of them. Don't become a nun either. So keep it in moderation, keep it balanced, but you can pretty much do whatever you want while you're waiting. The universe is sort of saying, you've played your part, you're just waiting for them to turn up. Okay, at which point it's up to you if you want to take them or not. Just be balanced. And that's generally good, just life advice, full stop, Aries. Just be balanced. Do things in moderation. Don't overdo it. Don't indulge too much in one thing. Okay, thank you very much. If it resonated, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. If it didn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Next week, we'll be going back to my standard format. I say that, unless, of course, I don't get through all the star signs this week, and then I will use next week to catch up with them as well, and we will just miss a week. But it all depends on how it goes. It's the way my uploads have been going up in York so far is shockingly bad. It's taken about 14 hours to do one video, so and I don't know how long it's going to take this one to upload. So yeah, I might not be able to get through them all, but I will try my best to crack them all out during the Friday and Saturday and Sunday morning before doing my all signs overview. So hopefully it'll be back to normal. So for those who it didn't resonate with, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be back to normal next week and it might resonate with you. Also, share it out, because you might be being used as a divine messenger. Perhaps this doesn't bear any resemblance to the situation you're in, but you've watched it because you're an Aries and you're loyal to things like that. But you might have a friend who's the divine mother I'm talking about, or the divine feminine waiting, who might be, their divine masculine might be an Aries and they're a different star sign, so you're not seeing the connection, but share it out, because you might be being used as a divine messenger. Okay, thank you very much, and catch you all soon.